Good afternoon. Today I'll continue to be talking about the coronavirus and the latest updates and news. So the first piece of news that I'd like to talk about today is about nursing homes. So up until now, nearly 2,000 are dead as the coronavirus enters nursing homes in only the New York region. So everywhere in nursing homes, there has just been not enough capacity for testing, not enough capacity for handling patients with the virus, and there's not enough capacity to handle all the dead bodies. So at a nursing home in Brooklyn, workers had said that they actually had to convert a room into a makeshift morgue after more than 15 residents have died. So that is just an idea of how bad it could be. And so in New York, the virus has snatched lives in every part of society, with the daily death toll near 800. But the virus is cruelest at nursing homes and other facilities for old people for a number of reasons that is really damaging. So they include holding people who are older people, where a combination of factors, aging or frail population, chronic understaffing, shortages of protective gear, and constant physical contact between workers and residents have all hastened and spread in nursing homes. Thousands of other residents are sick, while 2,000 residents have died only in the New York region, so we can all imagine what's going to be like for the entire country. In New Jersey, 252 deaths happened in nursing homes in only the past 2 days, and the actual infection rate in nursing homes is probably way more than the infection around the country, because just few homes have the capacity to test residents. So it's really hard to test residents and see the actual number of people that is infected. The second thing I'd like to talk about is really serious, that India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi said that they will extend a nationwide lockdown for all 1.3 billion citizens. So they were going to extend the existing 21-day lockdown for 2 weeks when it ends on April 15th, and during a meeting with top officials, Mr. Modi said the lockdown has helped stunt the spread of the COVID-19, and so if they continue the lockdown, he hopes that he can get the virus out under control and everything. However, Indian officials have faced staggering challenges with enforcing the lockdown because it shut down almost all businesses and transportation, and supply chain disruptions have complicated the distribution of food to Indians who rely on subsidies, and hundreds of thousands of migrant workers living here found themselves trapped in big cities, and some embarked on 100-mile journeys on foot to reach their villages. India currently has a relatively low number of confirmed cases, only about 7,500, but testing is extremely limited, medical equipment is even more limited, and healthcare across the country is poor. So I did a video about India before, so if you're interested, you can go watch that. The third thing I'd like to talk about today is that farmers are being forced to destroy millions of pounds of fresh goods that they cannot sell. So with residents and restaurants and schools and all the large companies just closing down, the nation's largest farms are struggling with another ghastly effect of the pandemic. They're basically being forced to destroy tens of millions of pounds of fresh food that they can no longer sell. So even though the retailers see a spike in food sales to Americans who are now eating nearly every meal at home, the increases are just not enough to absorb all the perishable food that was planted weeks ago and intended for schools and businesses. So the cost of harvesting, processing, and transporting food, producing milk to other areas of need would put further financial strains on farms that have seen half their paying customers disappear. So exporting much of the excess food is not feasible because many international customers are also struggling with the pandemic, and currency fluctuations make exports unprofitable, so they're basically having forced to throw away so much food. So the latest Dairy Farms of America estimated that farmers are dumping as 3.7 million gallons of milk every day. A single chicken processor is smashing 750,000 unhatched eggs every week. And so it just goes more on and on about the millions of pounds of food that we're wasting. That's it. Thank you for listening, and I hope you have a good day.